Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to, I think it's about a couple minutes after 8, on March 1st, 2022. It's like in the 50s, I think, out here. It's very warm, but we're right back to that crazy flooding thing. What do you think, Danny? Abby? Our two roamers. Danny always sticks to the sidewalk. The sidewalk wasn't even, it was all the way over that earlier today. But the rain at the moment stopped. I don't know how far it's going to continue. But, yeah, what a mess. What a bad mess. Watch Abby, she'll just come straight across. You guys remember a couple years ago when she just comes running across there? I use it as a thumbnail. That was a few years ago, not a couple years ago. Do you realize the insane amount of rain it takes to flood this out here? You have no idea. This is like stuff you see in the South, like flash flood looking stuff. But this place is meant to have water because this is the Northwest. I mean, how many years did we live here before the first time we seen anything like this? Abby, come on. Abby. Keeping back here by the barn. Old Kai-Kai's area. Under siege of the water. It is nice not to hear the pouring down rain that for practically 48 hours, that's all we had. Alright, now it's time to head to the Southland with sunshine in the background and pouring down rain here. Yes, we're taking Acura today. I'm not going to deal with that again. It's pretty sketchy. You need a modern car for that kind of rain warfare. That was like a battleground on that freeway last night. And that trucker, I still ain't forgot about that guy. Wish I could have got, there was some kind of DOT number or whatever. I don't know if that would have told anything, but I just didn't get a chance to take a picture of it. That guy was rogue. This is this dude's front yard. He's been building up. You can still see some of the piles of dirt. Look, you can't tell where the driveway was. But you can see through that water, and you got a real tall 4x4. Because you're gonna have a tough time getting out. Look at that ditch. You know, it's funny, you don't even notice that ditch is there most of the time. Now it's in that guy's front yard. That's that road heading out. There's that camper with the, oh, I should have got that. It's that little stream coming down. Watch this, this will be, yep, road closed, underwater.
Yeah.
Look at that, almost to the top of the fences again. Yeah, it won't be long. It'll be, if it continues to rain.
The water behind his house.
I would be deeply concerned. What's funny is these people completely lose their driveway.
Yeah.
They have no way of getting in and out. You'd never know there's a road going through there.
Oh, yeah. That is over the banks. Oh, sorry.
That's crazy, huh? Old Dr. Pierce. That's how she stood the test of time. No flooding around her. Oddly enough, Mama, that was not a bad drive at all.
No, it wasn't.
A few heavy rain spots here and there, but once the farther south we got, the nicer it got.
Yeah.
Those even, we had the sunshades down for a little bit.
I know it.
Well, Mama,
Yes,
let's bust out a Tuesday.
sounds good.
All right, get her done.
All right. Love you.
Love you. See you. Bye.
Bye.
So I had to wait this morning to give the service advisor my estimate of things that some need to be done and some recommended. Anyway, he's not here on Mondays. So let's see if you guys can watch me swallow this shoe. I'm putting your foot in your mouth. So anyway, I said, now you didn't I said, you know, you got the service on here, but you don't have time for the plugs. I said, rear plug, you know, I don't care. I can get a couple of body panels. It's very easy. I said, front one, that's another deal altogether. He goes, oh, you didn't put the plugs in, did you? He goes, I was thinking about that over the weekend. I set those spark plugs on top of that oil change kit. And then he goes, oh, I bet you that Smoak put them spark plugs in here. And I didn't put no time in here. I haven't got no okay for it. We think it's fouled spark plugs. And it was. It's one, the front cylinder. But anyway, I said, dude, this thing's been short run a bunch. I said, looks like it's just been sitting for years. I said, I have a record of a service that was done on it, you know, back in 2016, I think it was. He goes, yeah. He goes, this is his dad's bike. And I go, oh. So, yeah, it was his dad's bike. And, you know, time's gone by. It's been sitting for a long, long time. So I'm sure somebody has got the battery tender lead and stuff on there. So I'm sure somebody was keeping the battery going, and so it's probably just, you know, it is the wrong battery in there, so it's probably just bubbling out over time, eating itself up. So yeah, I see these things in this shape, and it just, not that it's horrible by no means, it's just the things like the short runs and not putting, you know, a quality, better yet, just the one that the manufacturer recommends. There's a reason for it. Not all batteries breathe out of the same area. This battery is flopped on its side and pointing like this. And what we've seen with these cheap things you can get at, I mean, you can get these things at Walmart's even. The vent, should they need the vent is in the wrong place. So that battery's never meant to be anything but upright. Never on its side. It's a maintenance-free battery. It's fine to be on the side. You just need to know where the vent's at. It's on the wrong place on these. Which is weird is Matthew had one of those Kawasaki batteries that was singing. I haven't heard a maintenance-free battery sing in a while. It wasn't heating up. It's a pre-set battery. Nothing wrong with it. Health is good, and why it was just doing this off and on squeak, you know, it was leaking. And the breathers on these things are, you know, they don't have to breathe quite like the old lead acid batteries, you know, where they need to breathe all the time, in and out. They're always, you know, breathing. Maintenance-free batteries aren't nowhere near that extent. So when they breathe, all of a sudden, they tend to make a squeak. So if you ever hear one and you know, and you're not using, like you're just trying to charge it up to get out and go for a ride or something like that, so you don't burn your stator out of it trying to charge it with a maintainer. That's all a stator, rotor and stator, they're a maintainer. They're not meant to charge the battery. If you got a 1330, it's got an alternator in it, a 1250 watt alternator. If you can get it jumped and running, you can use the bike to charge the battery. Do not ever do that with most motorcycles. And these old V-twins are that way as well. But anyway, it was the wrong battery, and it just his dad, and must have been, you know, in those elder years or whatever the case may be. I don't know. So, you know, I'm sure he was doing the best he could. I don't know what his son's doing with it, if he's fixing it to sell it or what. But anyway, I thought I'd just tell you guys that I feel bad because I was bad-mouthing this bike and who was taking care of it. And turns out it was the current owner with the same last name. I never pay attention to names. It's his son. But we'll get her all fixed up. Whatever he wants to do with it, if he wants to ride it or he's just selling it. Who knows? If you're selling it, it's a good time to sell stuff. Things are in short supply. Here's one thing I noticed I forgot to tell you guys about yesterday is the shock. There's no leaks, no nothing. The bike doesn't have that many miles on it. It's about 7,200 and or 62. I don't know. I'm not gonna point at the paperwork there, but yeah, not a lot of miles on it. And usually when they go bad, they leak. And this one's not leaking. It's not doing anything wrong. maybe maybe it just hasn't been ridden so long that the fluid's not in the right place. So on the estimate, I said, you know, this needs to be monitored closely, because if these things pogo on you, if there's no damping in your shock, you can lose control on a thing. It's the same with your car. You ever see a car going down the road and you literally see the wheel bouncing down the road? It's where it's off the road almost as much as it's on the road. You know, a bad shock will do that. It's one thing to have a tire out of balance, but a tire out of balance and a bad shock, yeah, that's dangerous. Your brakes aren't going to work. Your steering's not going to work. Your traction control is definitely not going to work. I think on a modern car, they'd probably even throw a code. Here's old Rick on R1. He's retiring here in about 10 months or so. Sorry about the... Here, let's fix something here for you right quick. Is that better? A little bit of auto white balance. Luckily, it hasn't been just downpouring today. Let's see what auto white balance does in here. It freaks it out, I think. Well, that's pretty good. I keep forgetting this iPhone 13 Pro Max does better than any iPhone I've ever had. You can definitely trick it. You can get in weird spots and it wigs out. But anyway, poor old Spyder. She's just been sitting for a while, and she's gonna either get ridden by the current owner, or he's gonna sell it off and somebody else will end up with it. But yeah, the low miles on it, it's a little spooky on Spyders. It can be. I've seen like throttle bodies go bad on them, but BRP's got rebuilt ones now. Anyway, on the throttle bodies, being part of the dealer, it's kind of like a dealer messaging thing with BRP. I haven't dealt with it at all, but I know that BRP is now rebuilding, because they have rebuild center for different things, you know, where the boats, snowmobiles, all the different things. But anyway, they have refurbished or rebuilt throttle bodies. I'm assuming the throttle bodies probably aren't available anymore. You know, it's getting old enough. You don't see many of these twins anymore. I don't know how the program works. If they have them, you know, you order one, you send yours back as a core. The dealer, it's a dealer thing only. But anyway, if I ever come across one of those, I'll let you know. Hopefully it's a whole lot cheaper than buying the throttle bodies for it. You know, all those throttle bodies, we just, you know, the customer didn't want them, we just throw them away, you know. But anyway, that's what I was talking about with the rebuild thing. Those throttle bodies are expensive. Actually, it's referred to as a throttle body. It's one unit, but it works separate, obviously, but it's all linked together. But cool stuff. All right, now that I talked to you like extensively about a Spyder RT, I guess a side note I should point out is that all Spyders from 2013 and newer, regardless of the model, the battery sits upright in the front. It's in the front trunk area. Doesn't matter the model. None of them lay sideways anymore. So this is, you know, 2012 and back. They're all sitting right here. Again, whether it's GS, RS, ST, or any of the RTs, they all sit right where you see it. Hiding right there and they're sideways. Well, Mama, let's hope that whatever reins are adrift, that it doesn't sneak up and doesn't sneak up and catch up to us like it did last night. That was some kind of uncool. But we're in the MDX tonight.
Yes, and now we won't need it.
Yeah.
Drove it.
Yeah, well, all we'll do is just get it dirty, yeah. Murphy's Law, Mama. You ever catch that son of a gun? Hold him down so I can take a swing or two of that old Murphy. Alright. Northbound and down. At this time last night, this was an absolute wall of water. Oh, what a difference hello there, YouTube. Holy moly. Man, that drive back.
It's very nice.
It just kept getting better the whole time. It's still lots of water out here. Everything's still flat. But of course, I don't know when the rain finally stopped here.
Still gonna have to wear the rubber boots to
Yeah.
get back in the house.
You have some rather wet work shoes if you try to walk through that.
Yeah.
Should have worn my cowboy boots. We just got them in there. Get the car inside and sit on stools and swap them around and head on in. We're trying to figure out what, let the girls, see if the girls want to run around and go through the water a little bit, or we'll let them decide.
Yeah.
Well, we might want to put the boots on first.
Oh yeah.
Because we let them decide afterwards. They're gonna have to come in the garage with us.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go over there. I can get to where they all hook up. We just can't go beyond that. Anyway, I've rattled on all day. I literally used up the whole vlog. I looked at what I recorded and I go, the whole vlog is the drive into work and talking about a Spyder. But that was fun. You guys like Spyders. I like Spyders.
Yeah, Spyders are cool.
Yeah. Cool thing with the ownership of that thing. Be interesting to meet that guy. I probably know his dad, I would imagine. It was looks like my VCI that hooked up to it last, back in 16, so obviously I done something to it.
Yeah.
The last time I was hooked up to Bud's, it was on my computer.
That's cool.
My son could have used my VCI too, so I don't know. But anyway, on that, we're gonna bounce.
Alrighty, well thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Till the morning.
We will see you then.
Hopefully it's not all flooded.
I hope. I'm done with rain.
Yep. Done for this year.
Yeah. We've had our allotment.
Next year's gonna be here fast enough.
Yep.
Alright. See you in the morning. Bye-bye.